Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this. Know that I appreciate you. It is I, Jay, and I'd like to welcome you to another day in the daily life of Jay. It is Monday morning. What's today's date? Is it the 20th? I think so. No, it's the 16th. I was a whole 4 days off. Jesus. It is Monday morning, November 16th, 2020, and it is 8:18 in the a.m. and I am headed to work. But before work, to the bank to pick up a little moolah. Little moolah. Just a little. Just a little. So I can take care of some things later. How was your weekend, guys? How was your weekend? How was your weekend, guys? How was it? I pray that it was an amazing weekend. I pray that it was everything that you wanted and needed it to be. I pray that it was a restful weekend. If you needed rest, I pray that it was a productive weekend if you needed to get some things done. I pray that it was exactly what it was that you needed it to be. My weekend was good. My weekend was good. One little slight hiccup, one little bump, but hey, it was one little bump. Just one. And one little bump out of this entire weekend, I am at it. And yes, I got my big coat on. That's making all this noise because it's like 40 degrees right now. And it's so funny because it was just like 86, 84, somewhere like that. Saturday, because I was in shorts and sandals. Saturday. Even posted a picture about it on my Facebook page. Because the husband thought I was a little nutty to be wearing shorts. And I was like, it's fit to be. It's about to be 86 degrees with 20% chance of rain. And yeah, it's windy, but it feels good. So yeah, I wore shorts. We had to make a run to our jewelry store because there's a stone missing in my... Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. There's a stone missing in my... in the engagement ring part of my ring set. So I had to... Well, it's a combo. In all honesty, it's a combo. But I say the engagement ring part because I do have not a sleeve, but it's more like a, what do you call those things? I can't remember what they're called right now, but it surrounds the ring. Even though it's not attached to the ring, it surrounds the ring. So I've got one of those on it, and that one is fine. No issues with that one at all. It's the other one, the band that has the center stone on it, that is missing a stone. I don't know that you've ever actually paid attention to my ring before. I've worn several, including the one I have on now. Because my husband feels like, and I ain't mad at him, but he feels like I have to have a new ring every few years. Well, okay, so here's what happened. So, and I actually just put this on someone else's, posted this on someone else's page. Not the whole thing, but just this little piece here. That when my husband proposed, he didn't have a ring. When he told me, and I tell people he caveman me because he said I was going to be his wife, and that was it. That was all. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I need to put some sunglasses on. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I made him, once I agreed that he was supposed to be my husband, I made him officially propose, like ask me to marry him, not just tell me I was going to be his wife. And when he did it, he didn't have a ring. He didn't have a ring. And I posted this on someone else's video because they were commenting on how someone posted a picture of a guy someone posted a picture that her fiance proposed with a string. He literally tied a string around her finger and she said yes. And I posted that in the reply section, the comment section, that my husband proposed with no ring, and I've had 4 since then. And we're 10 years in, which is true. So when he proposed, there was no ring. And then when we got married, the rings that he wanted us to have, especially the ring that he wanted for me, we could not afford. So we went to Sears and purchased just a little, set, just so that we could say I do. And we knew that eventually we would upgrade. And that was his thing. We're going to upgrade this, right? And I said, yes, we will eventually upgrade. But right now it's about just having something to exchange on the wedding day. And when we are able to, we will upgrade. So we had these little, Sears rings that we got. I think we paid all of $325 for them. Excuse me, that was all 3 pieces. And we got married with those rings, and we kept those rings for 2 years. And actually not even 2 years. Not even 2 years. Because we got married in February of 2011. And by his birthday in 2012, I had a new ring for him, but I just held it. Before his birthday, I bought it, and I held it. And it just so happens that the day that I bought it, I was in a car accident. I was rear-ended. So I had to keep it secret from him during that entire process. So I had his ring as his upgraded ring, and my upgraded ring was in the layaway. I love the layaway. If I'm not paying cash for something, but I know that I want it, I put it in the layaway. I do not like using credit. Not that I think there's anything wrong with credit. It's just not the best for me. That's what I'm saying. So there's nothing wrong with having a credit card if you are responsible with your credit card. But as for me and my household, I know us, so we don't do credit cards. Well, okay, never mind. So yeah, we put my upgrade ring in the layaway. He saw it, he liked it. We put it in the layaway, we paid on it. I went back probably a month or so later, and probably a month or so later, and put his upgrade ring in the layaway, and he didn't know it. So I got his out, and then a couple of months later, we got mine out, but his had to be sized, so it worked out. So when I gave it to him for his birthday, and he saw it and he loved it, we knew we had to take it back to the jeweler to get it sized. So by the time it came back from getting sized, we had paid mine off. So we had our set together. And then we lost that set, all 3 pieces. I'll wearing other rings just to have a ring on until we could do something else. So I was wearing other rings. Ooh, you and all your babies, please keep them safe. She's got the one baby in a stroller right on the curb. I can't stand that. It bothers me when people do that. You got the stroller in front of you, it's on the curb, and you're on the sidewalk. I don't like that at all. And she's got, what, 5 babies with her total. And that one baby in that stroller is still sitting out there on the curb. Lord, lift her. Lift her. Keep her strong. One baby's wearing shorts. It's 45 degrees outside. And yes, it's a Texas 45, but at the same time, it's 45. Anyway, so I had been wearing rings just to have a ring on. And I had other rings that I could wear that would easily fit as a wedding ring. They were bands, slightly detailed, so they would easily pass as a ring. And then I finally decided that if I was going to get if I was actually going to pay for another ring, that I was going to get what I wanted, and I wanted something different, because that's just who I am. I'm not like everybody else. I wanted something different. So that's when I went and got my blue stone, my sapphire, and I love it because it's different, and he hates it because it's blue. He can't stand it. He's like, that's not a wedding ring, but it is an actual bridal set, but it's a blue stone. It's a sapphire. He can't stand it. Now, if I had gotten a clear or a white sapphire, rather, he would have been all right with it. But because it's blue, he can't stand it. I tried to go with moissanite. Moissanite, he would have loved the size of it. I didn't love the price of it. Even though it's cheaper than diamond, you know, when you do the size and price comparison, it's cheaper than diamonds. You'll get a larger stone with moissanite than you would with a diamond for the same price. So I was going to go with moissanite, but it was still too pricey for me. So I got my ring, even though he hated it, and then I went out and purchased him an inexpensive little ring. And then we did another upgrade for him. So I went and got him an inexpensive little ring because, again, neither one of us had rings on. So I went and got him an inexpensive ring from Walmart, and he wore that until I went and got my sapphire. And when I got my sapphire, he decided he wanted another ring, one that was a little sturdier. So we went and got him a sturdier ring from the same place I got my sapphire, and then he lost it. Like, literally lost it. Somewhere in the house. We don't know yet. It's been over a year. We have not come across that ring yet. So he had an upgrade. I went and got my blue stone, my sapphire, and that was that. Well, then he decided this year that he didn't want me, I told you guys he hated this ring, that he didn't want me to have this ring. He didn't want me to wear this ring anymore. So he wanted me to have an actual diamond. His mindset is that if you don't buy your wife or fiance a diamond, then you're doing less than. Never mind what the fiance or wife wants or likes. If you don't buy her a diamond, then you're doing less than. That's just his mindset. Don't know where he got it from, but that's his mindset. So he decided this year we were going to get rings, new rings again. So we went and got new rings, and I haven't had it. When did we get these rings? It was sometime earlier this year, still during the pandemic. So it wasn't before the pandemic started. It was during the pandemic. I can't remember when, but we went and got these rings. I haven't had mine. We haven't had them for very long, and I noticed a couple of weeks ago that there was a stone missing. Thankfully, we got the warranty. We always get the warranty. We got the warranty, so I took the ring. We took the ring this weekend to the jeweler so that they can fix it and put the replacement stone in it. And so that's what we did this weekend. And I looked at another ring that was less expensive than the one that I currently own, but it was bigger. The setting was bigger, but it was a quad stone, and I don't like quad stones. I don't like multi-stones in the center. It's just me. I don't like multi-stones in the center. And some people say, well, you're getting more for the value. And I understand why they say that. It's just a preference. That's just like, I don't like cluster rings. Rings with a cluster of diamonds all over the... I don't like those either. And I made the mistake of telling a relative who had been proposed to with the cluster ring that it was a pretty ring, but I didn't like it. And it wasn't that it was a bad ring. It was just my personal preference, and the way that I said it was offensive, so I had to apologize. But it was a pretty ring. The design itself, the shape itself was very pretty. The setting is what I'm saying. The setting itself was a very pretty setting. It was a cluster though, and I don't like cluster stones. On any ring, whether it's on any stone, whether it's a diamond, whether it's amethyst, whether it's a sapphire, whether it's topaz, I don't like cluster, whatever it is. It just looks like a clump of rock to me, and it's unappealing to me, my personal preference. If that's what you have, great. If you love it, great. I love that you love it. It's just not a personal preference of mine. So anyway, it was a quad ring, so 4 stones in the center, 4 round stones in a princess cut shape, rather, in a square shape. And then the setting itself was like a princess cut. Like my setting is a princess cut shape, but I've got a round stone sitting in the middle of the square with diamonds all around, and then, you know, the diamonds down the band. And this ring, although it was pretty, it was very pretty. It stood out quite a bit. It was quad stone, and I don't like quad stone. But if I had said that I liked it, he would have said, then let's get that and trade in what you have, and then we'll get you some earrings on top of that. Because I don't have diamond earrings. He does, I don't. So he would have easily said, if I had told him that I liked, I need you not to be looking at your phone while you're doing that. Thank you. If I had told him that I liked that ring and wanted that ring, he would have said very easily, then let's get you that ring, and we'll get you some earrings, because the difference in price between I feel like there's something on my nose. The difference in price between the ring that I currently own and the ring that I saw and liked, with the exception of the quad stone, was a good $1,000, and I could have easily taken that ring, and then the difference would have gone on a pair of studs for me, and that would have been fine had it not been a quad. And I asked the guy, because he initially said something. He said silver. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't know if he was talking about another customer or what, but he said silver, and oh, there it is. And I said, is that a silver ring? If it's a silver ring, I don't want to see it. He said, no, that's white gold. So they pulled that out. I looked at it. It needed to be sized. I don't know whose hand it was on before, but it needed to be sized and down. It was huge on my finger. A good 2 sizes on my finger, and I wear 7. So like I said, I don't know whose hand it was on before, but it was way too big for me. So it needed to be sized down. And I probably would have gone for it because I thought it was a very pretty ring. But then the fact that it was a quad stone on top of the fact that it needed to be sized down, I didn't want to go through the hassle. I just said, forget it. So he said, the husband said, don't worry, because your next ring will be a diamond band. I said, what? Because I'm thinking that the ring that we're taking to the jeweler that's it. We're not doing anything else unless I decide that I want to do something else, because it's a ring that I have to put on my hand. He said, no, don't worry, your next ring is going to be a diamond band. I'm like, dude, I don't even have to have another ring. I don't. I'm not even that person. As a matter of fact, as I said, I was satisfied with my sapphire. He was not. He was not. So, in the next 2 years, I'll be getting another ring. I ain't mad, but at the same time, it's not necessary. So that was my weekend. That was my Saturday. I told you all of that in this long description to tell you about my Saturday. And then also Saturday was the day that we had the hiccup and we had to get over it. And he didn't get over it until Sunday. And I was like, I don't care. I really did say I don't care. Oh, this is funny. Okay. I'm not going to say it because I don't like talking politics. But it's hilarious to me. The sticker that I see on the back of this woman's van, which happens to be just a silver version of what I'm driving. She's a DJT supporter. Poor little Tink Tink. Because the sticker she has on the back of her van is from when he won 4 years ago. And it's on her van. And I mean, the tables have turned. Poor little Tink Tink. Go on, girl. So that was our Saturday. Sunday, I spent going through the pictures again, putting them in the albums. I just realized, was it this morning or late last night, that I've got to rearrange one of the books, one of the photo albums that I had already spent some time on, but I forgot to put some 8x10s in, some black and white 8x10s in. So I spent a good portion of yesterday when I finally got doing that. But then I also edited some videos, formatted some videos, edited some videos. So you guys have, by the time you see this, you will have had several videos to watch, newer videos to watch. So 2 came out, or coming out today, Monday, the 16th. I've got 2 scheduled for tomorrow, the 17th. And when I get home, I can turn this off now. When I get home, I'll get the rest of the week as best as I can, the rest of the week scheduled out. And work on the stuff that came out, the stuff that I did prior to. So yeah, I'm trying to get back on track, guys. I really am. I really want to be more consistent with getting content out to you. And I know it's usually just, 30 minutes of me talking trash. 30 minutes of me just talking trash, but I want to be more consistent. Whether you watch it, enjoy it or not, I want to be more consistent in giving you what I create, because I think what I have is, you know, if it's not entertaining, it's at least informative in certain situations and on certain videos, and at the very, very least, it's encouraging and uplifting. So yeah. Oh, I didn't notice there was a Shell over there. It's another gas station, another Shell I can go to. What street is this? Montgomery. So yeah, but I'm trying to get more consistent. My other videos are up and live on the Pro channel. I've got some memes to create today. I'll be doing that not only for myself, but also for the company that I work for. I showed my agent, the ones that I'd already created, and he was happy with those. So I'm going to continue to create and go from there. Try to get some stuff up and out for my personal brand. I still have to try to get someone to redo my logo. I've gotten a preliminary logo done. All they have to do is tweak it, and then I need someone to help me with the branding of it all. I'm changing basically everything but one thing. My MDM, I really like the way it looks as far as the colors and the design are concerned, but I may switch up one of the colors depending on, I don't know, I haven't decided, because the colors that are there that I'm using are lighter versions of my overall brand colors. I have certain colors that I really, really like that are rich, very rich. So for my MDM, I am using a lighter version of those colors. So I have to decide if I want to continue to use the lighter version or if I want to take it a little bit darker. I don't know yet, but I do know that my JuaitanRobinson.com brand is changing. I know that the D Hayes Writing Collective, that's going to shift a little bit, but not a lot. The one that's going to change the most is the JuaitanRobinson.com. So once I get that done, I'm also going to need someone to redesign my webpage. I'm going to hire out as much of this as I possibly can, because I just don't have the time to do it. And I know that it needs a whole revamp. Like my current website, even though I like a lot of the aspects of it, there's a lot of stuff that I don't like. And I put it up there so I could have a website, just so that I could have one. But I don't necessarily care for everything the way that it's going up. And that's just because I'm not a website designer. So yeah, I'm gonna do as much of that as I can, and figure out. I'm gonna have some examples so that when I do hire someone to do it, they'll have examples to look at and know what it is that I want. They'll get a better idea of what it is that I want. Like, I like Nicole Walters' page, not in the sense of the colors. I'm not even though blue is one of my favorite colors, I'm not trying to copy her colors. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. However, I like that it's simplified, and there are like the videos that I haven't posted any more videos on there because the size of them isn't what they need to be, and I haven't figured out how to get them sized down properly. The only thing that I really 100% like, there are a couple of things I like. One of the things that I 100% like is my books page. I like that. But that's not the main part of what I do, you know? I like the page that talks about who I am, the About Me section. I like that page because there's a big image of my, you know, of me, and the words are over me. My face, my image is in the background, and then the words that talk about who I am and what I do are, is this where I'm going, are on top of that. So I like that page. I like my testimonials page. I like my contact us page. It's that first page that I'm a little iffy on, and it is my media page that I don't really care for. So I gotta hire somebody out to take care of that, make it more concise, better put together, you know. I gotta do that. And again, like I said, the logo, once I get the logo changed to something more of what I wanted initially, which I just had a hard time finding what I really liked. And then I finally found an image that was the closest to what I really liked that I had seen. And I made a little bit of a modification. So I want to, do I have anything set to come out today? I don't think so. So I want to get it perfected, you know? Hold on, guys. Okay. I never noticed this before, but when I put my bank card in, I did put it in the long way. I have to put it in sideways. I've never noticed that before. And I've been to this ATM before. Never noticed it. So, let me get myself the rest of the way to work. I love that I've got both banks close to me. Although I stopped at the one by the house because that one, it's literally that branch, that bank rather, brand, is literally right across the street from where I work. But because I knew that I had to stop at this brand, I knew I needed to stop by the one close to home before I came here, because I didn't want to do the backtrack thing, and I got to take care of some business today, and I didn't want to do the backtrack during lunch. But anyway, as I was saying, so I got to have my logo redesigned. I finally found one that's very close to what I like, so I tweaked it, and I just need them to finish it up. And I know where to go to get that, to make that happen, so I'll do that. But then one of the young ladies that I work with knows someone who is great at web design, or supposed to be great at web design. So I am going to hopefully have a conversation with her soon, so that I can see some of what she's already done and talk about price for what I want to have done, and then go from there. So yeah, all right. So I got stuff on my mind. I've got stuff in the works. I would love for all of this to be done, if not before the new year, just after the new year, which means I need to get on it now. And I should have done it over the weekend, and I did not. I should have gone to the website that I know of to get some pricing on the logo that I want. So I'll try to do that if I can tonight or tomorrow. And then I'll remind the young lady that I work with that I need to be connected with the web designer so I can converse with her about my website. So yeah. What are you doing? I tell you, these drivers, everybody's so into their phones. She almost hit me once, got past me, and then still almost rolled into my lane. And even just, why am I here clicking? And even just now, wasn't paying attention and was in the far right and realized that she was about to hit somebody, so she moved to the middle. I don't know what she's doing, but she needs to get it together. Anyway, so that's all I got for you guys. No need for me to continue to ramble. But yeah, again, I hope that you had an amazing weekend and that it was everything that you needed it to be. And like I said, I got some stuff by the time you see this. You should have been able to see the more recent videos. And yeah, so with that, peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you.